So great afternoon, everyone. Am I audible? Great afternoon.
Great afternoon. Great afternoon, Nagaji.
Yeah. So Hare Krishna, everyone. आज हम
हरे कृष्णा आकाश.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा.
Pradeep sir, Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा sir. Good, nice to see you.
Yes.
So, same.
Yes. तो आज जैसे हम पिछले साल से ये रेगुलर वेबिनार्स करते आ रहे हैं हर हफ्ते, तो हम क्या करते हैं हर फ्राइडे या सैटरडे पहले हम मिलते थे, अभी फ्राइडे मिलते हैं. तो फ्राइडे में हम अलग अलग बिजनेस स्किल सीखते हैं, लाइफ स्किल सीखते हैं, अलग अलग ट्रेनर्स से जो नेशनल इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे उन्होंने काम किया है उनसे हम सीखते थे. तो पिछली बार से कुछ रिक्वायरमेंट आए नए कि अभी हम स्पिरिचुअलिटी को कैसे अपने बिजनेस में, अपने लाइफ में कैसे इम्प्लीमेंट करें जिससे हम एक हैप्पीली लाइफ जी सके. तो स्पिरिचुअलिटी से हम अपने आप को बेहतर तरीके से एक अच्छा ह्यूमन बीइंग बना सकते हैं. तो आज वैसे कुछ हम सीखेंगे. तो गीता माता जो हम माता कहते हैं, तो माता से बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलता है. तो गीता से आज हम कुछ ऐसे सूत्र सीखने वाले हैं. और आज के जो अपने ट्रेनर है या जो मेंटर है, फैसिलिटेटर है, वो एक स्पेशल है. स्पेशल इसलिए क्योंकि जब मैं मुंबई में था, जब मैं स्ट्रगल कर रहा था, तो जिन्होंने मुझे साथ दिया वो ये प्रभु जी है, सच्चिदानंद हरिदास प्रभु जी. इन्होंने ही मुझे पहले साथ दिया था और वहां से ही मैं एक अपना अच्छा से कर पाया. और उनके गाइडेंस के अकॉर्डिंग स्पिरिचुअलिटी में भी अच्छा किया. हम माला पहले कभी जपे नहीं थे, पर उनके गाइडेंस से हम अच्छे से कर पाते थे और आज भी हम करते हैं और बहुत अच्छे से अपने आप को डेवलप कर पाते हैं अगर हम स्पिरिचुअलिटी को अपने जीवन में इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं. तो आज मैं ज्यादा टाइम वेस्ट ना करते हुए अपने गेस्ट को डायरेक्टली बुलाना चाहूंगा. तो वेलकम सच्चिदानंद हरिदास प्रभु जी. तो आपका ABCD इंटरनेशनल में बहुत बहुत स्वागत है. और मैं प्रभु जी के बारे में आपको कुछ बताना चाहूंगा. तो प्रभु जी मतलब प्रभु जी है वो NIT जयपुर से बीटेक मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर है. और जैसे उन्होंने बताया नहीं था, पर मुझे कुछ प्रभु जी से पता है कि उनको गोल्ड मेडल मिला है इंजीनियरिंग में. तो अगर हम इतने बड़े इंस्टीट्यूट में अगर कोई इंजीनियर है तो हम वहीं पे बहुत ज्यादा खुश होते हैं. और उसी इंस्टीट्यूट में अगर किसी को गोल्ड मेडल मिलता है और उनसे हम अगर कुछ सीखते हैं तो वो अपने लिए बहुत गर्व की बात होती थी. तो जब भी मैं किसी से मिलता था और मैं इस्कॉन के बारे में अगर किसी को बताता था, तो मैं ये जिक्र करता था कि वहाँ पे जो मेरे मेंटर है या जो जो हमें सिखाते हैं वो गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट है NIT से. तो वो सामने वाला वही पे परेशान होता था कि यार बाप रे, वो प्रभु जी गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट है. तो वो हम किससे सीखते हैं वो भी इम्पोर्टेंस रखता है. और अभी वो स्पिरिचुअल गाइड एंड मैनेजर एट इस्कॉन भिवंडी का जो टेम्पल है वहाँ पे एज ए स्पिरिचुअल गाइड है. तो वेलकम अगेन प्रभु जी. एंड
थैंक यू. हरे कृष्णा. So let us start.
Thank you.
So I'm very happy to be present in front of all of you, and I'm very thankful to Akash ji for organizing this program, and he is doing wonderful job in his training field, and I have seen a drastic improvement in his career past 1 year, and continuously seeing his updates from his training programs, videos and all. I'm very happy that you are guiding a lot of people in their careers. So thank you for that. So today let us start. The title of the session is Gita Sutras. So I'll be just sharing the screen to everyone. Hare Krishna. So I request all of you to please mute yourself. Otherwise, there is a disturbance in the voice. So, the title of the session is Gita Sutras. Sutras means formulas. So, Bhagavad Gita has a lot of things to know. The Lord, Supreme Lord Krishna has given the essence of all the teachings in Bhagavad Gita. Just like to run a machine, we need a manual, how to operate those machines, which button you need to press, how much time you need to run, how the machine works, everything is mentioned in manual. So similarly, the human form of life has a lot of things to do. The body, the relationship with the body, the connections with the world, everything, how we need to live our life is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita is actually a manual to the human life. So the human life has passed through ages and ages. The life was existing on this planet from, we don't know, time immemorial. Even the scientists are trying to find out the origin of the universe. And a human life has a special quality which you don't find in any other species of life, that is inquiry, the power of inquiry. Why? Why? This why is only there only in the human form, only in the human, only in the human species. It's not there in any other species of life like cats or dogs. There's no why. They don't inquire. For example, if there is a red signal on the traffic signal, so a dog which is passing on the road, it doesn't stop by seeing a red signal. It just passes through that signal. Okay, it doesn't know what is the meaning of that red signal. But a human is not like that. Human, as soon as he sees the red signal, he stops it because he knows what is the meaning of that red signal. Suppose there is a vegetable shop. If a cow goes there, it doesn't ask the shopkeeper how much is 1 kg cabbage. It doesn't ask. It just picks up a cabbage and eats. So there is no inquiry power in the animals. Whereas a human goes, he asks, what is the cost of this? What is the cost of this? Then accordingly he purchases. As per his requirement, he takes it. So that human has a very special quality called inquiry. Now, this quality of inquiry, the humans had been using this for many reasons, for many things in this world. Right from the, like if you see the past 1,000 or 2,000 years, century after century, the technology was kept on developing. Like if you see 100 years back, there is no proper medicine for TB or proper medicine for even some fever or smallpox, chicken pox. But slowly, by the scientists, they did some research and they found out some medicine for that or vaccine for that. Or recently, we are experiencing the current scenario, pandemic, the corona pandemic. 1 year back, there was no vaccine, but there was a research done and the vaccine was developed and it is coming up now. So this inquiry power is there in the humans, and that inquiry power, humans are trying to solve the problems of the human life. Not only the problems of the human life, but also the origin of this universe. Who am I? What is this universe that we are seeing? There are so many stars, so many galaxies, so many planets. How all this came into existence? And humans are trying to do research in that field, trying to inquire what is this, what is this, what is this, and it is unending. There is no end to that. So this inquiry power for the humans right now is in some disturbance. Someone's mic is on. So this power of inquiry, humans are trying to solve those things which are related to the body. Those things which are related to the body in terms of eating, in terms of sleeping, in terms of mating, in terms of defending. So these are the things that the humans are trying to solve, and they're trying to develop the technology more and more higher, just for this. Like if you see yesterday, there was a rocket attack on, there was a fight between the Gaza, the Palestine and Israel. There was a fight. And if you see, the Palestine had shooted 1,000 rockets, as far as I know from the news. And there is an Iron Dome system for the Israel, which this Iron Dome system can stop these rockets, which are flying from the sky. Such a technology they have, you see. And it is for what? It is for defensive power, to save oneself. And it is growing and growing and growing. Everyone is trying to develop the defense power. So I mean to say that humans are trying a lot, doing so much research, so much of analysis on external things. But in this process of doing so much of deep study of the external worldly related things, we forgot what exactly we are. What is our real identity? That's what we have forgotten in all these years. And that is why there are a lot of problems, there are a lot of confusions, a lot of crimes in the society, because we are not exactly come to this position, to this point of who actually we are. When we know this, and we really understand what is our relationship with each and every person in this world, irrespective of caste, irrespective of religion, irrespective of the nation, irrespective of the color, we come to that level of equality when we see the connections with everyone. But that starts by understanding who actually we are, what is our real identity. So that's what is said in Bhagavad Gita. Exactly like every one of us, even Arjuna was confused what to do in the battlefield. He saw his relatives in front of him. He saw Bhishma, his grandfather. He saw his gurus, Dronacharya, Kripacharya. He saw his brothers, Duryodhana and his team. And he saw all of his relatives there. And he came actually to fight in the battle. He was very ready. He wore the armor. He brought the arrows. He brought the quiver. He was in the Kshatriya form. He came to fight, but as soon as he saw everyone, he was very sad at how can I kill these people who are my family members, my gurus, my grandfathers. And he was confused in his duty. And then he crashed down. He said to Krishna, I cannot do anything now. I just want to leave this battlefield. I want to take sannyas. I'll go to forest. I will beg and I will leave. Arjuna wanted to give up his duty. As a Kshatriya, he has to fight. He has to protect the dharma. He forgot what all insults he got, what all insults the Kauravas had given to the Pandavas, to their wife, Draupadi, how they insulted, they took away the kingdom. He forgot everything. But because of his innocent heart, he thought that I should not harm these people. I should live, better to live. At that point, Krishna gives the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. That is how Lord Krishna starts speaking Bhagavad Gita. That Arjuna, even though he has an innocent heart not to harm others, but he is actually giving up his duty as a Kshatriya to fight. Then he starts explaining what is karma, what is jnana, what is yoga, what exactly we are, what is the purpose of human form of life, what is God. So everything, all these things are explained in Bhagavad Gita. Actually, Krishna is speaking to every one of us through Arjuna as a medium. He made Arjuna his friend and his family member. He made Arjuna as an instrument to speak this Bhagavad Gita to every one of us, to all the people of this world, to teach Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna created this scene so that Krishna can give this eternal, the pure teachings, the Vedic teachings to this society. So at that dramatic situation where Arjuna was confused, Krishna gave Bhagavad Gita. Similarly, in our life, many times we are confused to take a proper decision. So we need a guru like Lord Krishna who can guide us at every step of our life. And Bhagavad Gita is one of the books which helps us to go through all our stages of life. So I'll ask you a question. one of your friend is traveling from Mumbai to Pune, and he met with an accident. He's your best friend. He met with an accident. He's almost on the edge of death, and you got a call from a police that your friend met with an accident. He's bleeding like anything. No, you rush. You take a car from Mumbai. You rush to that accident place, and you meet. You see your friend completely bleeding. Car is completely smashed. So I'll ask you, what do you do? What you will do as soon as you see your friend? What do you do immediately?
I'll do my best efforts to save him. Firstly, to stop bleeding, stop the blood,
Yes.
and try to put
We save our.
bandage, give
Thank you.
save life, and give bandage, first aid, and send him, take him to hospital at the earliest possible.
Yeah. Thank you. So you'll save your friend. You will take him immediately to a nearby hospital. You'll save him. But I will ask you, what is the cost of a human body? Like the human body has 70% water, as you all know, 70% water, and the remaining part is just bones and blood and some earthly elements like magnesium, sulfur, and all these things. If you take all these elements and sell in a market, you know how much money you get. Just raw materials, the cost of the raw materials is just some few hundreds of rupees. Like we calculated, it came out to be some 210 rupees. That is what actually is the value of the elements in the human body. But as on the other side, the car, let us say this is an Innova car. The Innova car is at least 7-8 lakhs rupees. At least 7-8 lakh rupees. So if you give value to the external things, the bodily thing, the external elements, in that sense, the car is having more value than the body, the elements. I'm speaking with the chemicals. I'm speaking with the chemicals. Of course, when you sell a kidney or when you use some other parts of the body, you get money. But that's not the thing. But I'm saying about the elements, the material elements. What is the cost of the material elements, the chemical elements? So when you see that elements, the car is more costlier than the bodily elements. So practically speaking, we have to take the car first to the shed, and get it repaired. Then friend is lower value than the car, then we should take him to the hospital next. But that we don't do. We never do that. We take take our friend to the hospital because we know this person has a life, and if you don't take it to the hospital at proper time, he will lose his life. Car you can take any time. Let it be there. You can come tomorrow also get it repaired. But the person, if he loses his life, you cannot bring it back. That's why we take him first. We take him first. So what is that something which is there in the human body which makes us feel that this is important? Which makes us feel that this is important than matter. This is important than so-called matter.
Emotional connection.
Hare Krishna.
Emotional connection, sir.
Yeah, emotional connection. Yes. Yeah, we feel we have emotional connection. Yeah, that's very nice. But why that feeling has come up? Why that emotional feeling has come up? What is there that something in that body which makes us to feel that emotional connection? Similar, if you say in the same car there is a doll also, there is a statue also, let us say, which is made up of fiber. But we don't feel that emotional connection with the fiber. That fiber body is also damaged. But you don't take that fiber, you take that body first, right? You want to save that body, even though you give the same shape. That's because there is something, there's something which, there's something inside that body. Yes.
Life.
Yes,
Atma.
life. Yeah, life, what we call life. In technical terms, that is called Atma. That's what there in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says. So our body has 3 levels. You see the The first level is the gross body, which is made up of the 5 elements, Panchabhutas, which is very famous, Panchabhutas, earth, water, fire, air, ether. This is what the external body is made up of. Within this external body, there is a layer, there is another body that is called subtle body, that is made up of mind, intelligence, and false. We all believe that we have mind, right? We all feel, we all have feelings, we all have emotions, we all have thoughts, we all have desires, we all have these willings. All these things are stored in the mind. But can you see the mind? Mind is different from the brain, but we cannot see the mind. Man, जैसा हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं मन, मेरा मन नहीं लग रहा है. What does that mean? Where is that man? Is it here or is it here? Where is that? That is somewhere inside. So that is actually the subtle body, mind. Intelligence, we all have intelligence. Intelligence means the power of discrimination between right and wrong. That is intelligence. And false ego means we identify, ahankar. We identify with the our external identities, like I am Indian, I am European, I am Maharashtrian, I am OC, I am BC. Like that, we identify with the external things. That is what the ego functions. But within that layer of the subtle body, there is another body which actually we are. That is the soul, which is made up of, which the quality of that soul is Sat, Chit, and Ananda. Sat means the soul is eternal. Chit means it is having full of knowledge, and Ananda means it is completely happy. But right now, we have taken up this temporary body. This body, the gross body, is a temporary body. We have taken up this temporary body. Whereas the soul is eternal, the body is temporary. The soul wants to live eternally, but the body has to vanish in some time. We have every one of us have to face death. We have to leave this body at one time. Even though we don't want to give up this body, by the force of the nature, we have to give up this body. Why we don't want to give up that body? Why did we don't want to give up this body? Because naturally our existence, our nature is we don't want to die. We want to live eternal. But we have taken up a temporary position. We have taken up a temporary position, that is the gross body. So going ahead, if you see this cycle, a human, he takes birth as a child, and he grows, he comes to the youth stage, then he goes to the college stage, then he goes to a company, then he gets married, it's a married life, then he becomes like little older, then he becomes much older, his body becomes dwindled, becomes old, and finally all the body parts are completely not working, and at the end he gives up his body. So Lord Krishna describes this in Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna spoke about this 5,000 years back in Bhagavad Gita. What did Lord Krishna said? Lord Krishna said that Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavanam jara tatha dehanantara prapti thira satranam. Says that as the embodied soul passes continuously in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. Krishna has spoken this, and we see this even happening now. Krishna is saying that as a soul, the body is changing, but you see there is a line, there is a light which is passing through each and every stage of that body. So that is actually the soul. Krishna is saying that the soul is passing through different stages of life, and after death, we go to another body. Now I will tell you another example how we are soul, we are not this body. As per the science, all the cells in the body, they change every 7 years. Each and every cell in the body is completely changed, including brain cells, which we say that the memory is stored in the brain. But if it is so, if all the cells had been changed, now, but I still remember, suppose I am 30 years old, yeah. Now I remember what happened 15 years back, what I was, what friends I have, where was my home, which school I went, which college I went. I remember it was 15 years back. But as for the science, every 7 years, everything, the whole body is changed. If the whole body is changed, how could you remember what you have done 15 years back? Where is that memory stored? So that shows actually that we are not this body. We are something different from this body. Now, another example I can give you is twins. There's a photo in front of you on the screen. You see the twins. So the twins have everything same. Eyes are same, nose are same, lips are same, faces are same, body is same, everything is same. But can you say that both of them will have the same nature, same quality, same likes? No, not possible. You find a difference in the taste, difference in the choices, different in the careers. You may find someone as a doctor, someone as a lawyer. You may find the difference. They both have a different taste. But scientifically speaking, chemically, if you say chemically, the body is the same. If the body is the same, then both of them should work exactly the same. But both of them certainly will have a difference in their choices, different in their natures. Yeah. This is because both are having a different soul. The soul in this body is different. The soul is in that body is different. And this is spoken. This has been proved scientifically by a person, by a doctor, by a scientist called Ian Stevenson. He had done a lot of research in the reincarnation field. This doctor has done a lot of research. More than 3,000 cases he had studied that how a soul takes rebirth. We take birth, we live for some time, we die, and again we take up another body. This is the cycle of reincarnation. And he has proved that he had 3,000 cases of reincarnation wherein the children, they remember their past lives. That's really amazing. There are a lot of books on reincarnation. There are people who remember their past life. They tell their parents, I know that person, let us go to that village, we'll meet him. They speak their names, not only their names, their relatives, their family, their homes. In the homes, what all different items are there, where it is kept, how it is done. There are a lot of cases like that, even in India and across the world also. So that shows that we are something different from the body. That is actually the soul which is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. So like this, we die and then we take birth in a different body, take birth. And as per the scriptures, there are 84 lakh species of life. As you see, there are cats, there are dogs, there are donkeys, there are buffaloes, there are cows, there are insects, there are coronaviruses, that is also a living entity. So virus, bacteria, all these different living entities are there. So we pass through different species of life as per the activities that we do. That's actually called karma, which I'm going to discuss in the next few slides. That is called karma. As per our karma, our activities, we get a different body, and that will be under the supervision of the Supreme God. So that what is our actual identity is that we are not this body, but we are the spirit soul. That is our identity. I'll ask you a question that you see a boy here who is born with a silver spoon, very rich family. This boy was born. Very rich kid. Now you see there are some kids who are taking birth, like street children. Hardly they get once in a day to eat. You see their clothes. For months and months they wear the same clothes. They live in slums. They don't have nice homes. They don't go to school. Now, who decided that this boy has to take birth in that family and they have to take birth on this family? Who decided that? Why? Why it is that? One is rich and one is poor. Why? What is the reason? What all we can choose in our life? Yeah. Can you please? Can some of you please?
Is it karma?
Yeah, it is karma. Yes, of course, it is karma.
Yeah.
I'll ask you a question. What all we can choose in our life? What all we can choose in our life? And
Uh,
if you want, you can put in the chat box also.
we can choose our actions. We can choose our attitudes.
Yeah, we can choose our
Attitudes.
attitudes. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
We can choose
Ac-
our attitudes. Yeah. And
actions. Actions.
action. What I have to do. I can do
Yeah.
this, I can do that. Yeah, I can choose my actions.
I can.
What
We
all
can.
what all we can choose?
Friends. Friends.
Friends, very good. We can choose our friends. Very good.
But not parents.
But not?
Parents.
That question is next. Yeah, I'm asking what all we can choose in our life. What all we can choose.
We can choose our habits. We can
We
choose
can
the
choose our
place.
habits. Yeah, very good.
We can choose our places where to live, where to
Yeah,
go.
where to live, whether you can live in Mumbai or Chennai or Bangalore, anywhere you can live. You can choose where to live
Yeah.
and what all we can choose. Can we choose our career, what I can become? Yeah, we can choose our
Uh,
career
to some extent,
to some
but
extent. Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
not exactly, because sometimes you try your best, but despite your best efforts, you cannot
Yeah,
go to the place where you want to go.
yes. Yeah, to some extent we can choose.
Mm.
And we can choose which car I have to buy. Like,
Yeah.
should I buy Toyota or should I buy Qualis or Maruti or whatever? And I can
Provided we have enough money.
have enough money. Yeah, everything has conditions, but
Yeah,
we can
that is.
choose. There are some things which we can choose in our life, right? We
Yeah,
have
yeah,
some freedom. Yeah, or which
Mm.
color of T-shirt I have to, which clothes I
yeah,
would like to wear, which
yeah,
mobile I want to purchase,
yeah. What
style
food
of.
we? Mm.
We have many choices. We have many things which we can choose in our life. Which brand watch I have to use, or which brand laptop I need to purchase, or anything. There's small things to big things. We have so many things that we can choose in our life. I'll ask you, what all we cannot choose in our life? What all we can't choose in our life? Yeah. What all we
A-
can't choose?
As I said, parents.
Parents, you cannot choose where to take birth. To take in Ambani family birth or to take in some other family. You can't choose. Yeah. What all we
Yeah.
can't choose?
What all we cannot choose?
Can we choose
That
our beauty?
no,
We cannot
cannot.
choose our beauty, right?
We can do
Can we
some kind
choose
of.
our height? How much height? 6 feet,
No,
7 feet,
no,
5 feet?
no,
We
can't
cannot
choose.
choose, right?
Mm.
Can we choose our intelligence?
No.
I want to become like Anand Sharma,
No.
chess champion. Anand Sharma or Anand? Sorry, that, so, you know that Anand. Chess. I want to become
Vishwanath,
intelligent like
Vishwanath
Vishwanath
Anand.
Anand. Yeah, I want to become like that. Can I?
Hmm.
Intelligence? Can we choose our intelligence?
No, can't.
We can't choose. Yeah.
We can't select nature, probably. Nature.
We can't, yeah, nature, very good nature. Someone's nature is very
Yes, we can't.
angry nature. It's very difficult for him to
Yeah.
give up that angry nature. Someone nature is very, um, kind of inferior complex. It's difficult to give up, but by some training we can help. But it's always that keeps coming up. So nature, it's very difficult. Someone is very jolly. It's very difficult for him to give up that jolly nature. As soon as he go and meets with 10 people, he makes them laugh. That is his jolly nature. We can't stop people who are so talkative. It's very difficult to make them silent.
No, I
Wherever
mean
you keep.
nature. Nature means it was sunny till afternoon now, but it is
Oh, okay, okay, very
raining,
good.
raining over here in Pune. So
Yeah, yeah,
obviously we
yeah,
can't
very.
choose that
Yeah, we can't. Okay, nature, the environment, we can't change the
environment. Yeah,
environment.
we can't choose.
Yeah, like summer is coming, April, May, it is coming. We can't make it November, December, summer, right?
Yeah.
It is not in our hands. So there are many things which we cannot choose also in our life. There are some things which we can choose, some things which we cannot choose in our life. We have to leave it for our destiny, what will happen. So the question is, who decides and on what basis? Who decides that you have to be like this, you have to be like this, you have to be there, you have to be here? And this should be like this only. Who decides? Who decided my facial? Who decided my facial cut?
The
You
creator?
can't decide. Even the mother who gives birth to a child, she cannot design the face cut of a child. Even though she may say that this is my child, I gave birth, but she cannot choose that whether I can give birth to a boy or whether I can give birth to a girl. So who is deciding that?
Creator?
Yeah, of course. So who is deciding that, and on what basis? If he is deciding, on what basis is it? There should be some reference on what he is deciding that, right?
Past karma.
Yeah. So that is there in the scriptures. It is said in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the 3rd canto, 31st chapter, the 1st verse. Bhagavasri Bhagavan Vach. Lord Krishna says, Karmana daiva netrena jantur dehopapataye striya pravishta udaram punshoreta kanashraya. Krishna, the Supreme God, he is saying that under the supervision of the Supreme Lord and according to the result of his work, that means our work, our activities, the living entity, that means the soul, the Jivatma, is made to enter into the womb of a woman through the particle of a male semen to assume a particular type of body. This is how, under the supervision of the God, everyone is given a birth according to his previous activities. There's nothing, we are not choosing this. It is happening by the will of the Lord. But it is happening because on the basis of what activities we have done in our past life. That is what the basis that God chooses. For example, there is a rain which is the rain is falling, and on the earth is same. Earth is everywhere. Earth is same. But if you put mango seed, you will get a mango fruit. If you put pineapple, you will get a pineapple. If you put rice grain, you get a rice. Earth is same, but why you are getting different products? Because the seeds are different. Rain is same, earth is same, but the seeds are different, so you're getting a different output. Similarly, God is impartial. Some people criticize God. Hey, भगवान है तो इतना क्यों? सब लोग इतना क्यों मरते हैं? इतना problems क्यों आते हैं? भगवान है नहीं. They just conclude that God is. No. God is there. God is equal to everyone. But you are getting that result because of your karma, your activities. God has nothing to do. He is neutral. He is impartial. He is equal to everyone. He is providing food to everyone. Even the atheists who deride God, even for them also God is providing food. He is impartial. He is neutral. But it is of our activities which we get the result. It is because of our own activities we get the result. God is just allowing us to get the result. That's it. Now you see the Supreme Lord, there are different species of life present, as a human, as a lion, tiger, birds, dogs, all these different entities are there. Even though God as a Supreme Lord, Paramatma, he enters into each and every body and he lives with that soul. Gives him intelligence, gives him knowledge, gives him remembrance. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Sarvasya chaham hridisannivishto matta smritir gnanam apohanam cha vedascha sarve rahameva vedya vedanta krit veda vidya. He enters into every living entity and he gives them the guidance. He gives them the intelligence according to his past activities. Now, that is how the soul passes through different species. There are 84 lakh species. There are 4 lakh species are humans. Not all humans are the same. Remember this. There are humans categorized into 4 lakhs types. 4 lakhs types based on the natures. Based on the nature, the humans are classified into 4 lakh types. And there are different types of aquatics, birds, reptiles, all this mentioned in the scripture. There are 84 lakh species of life. And according to one's activities, the soul passes through all this. You can see different forms of life, different bodies here. The soul passes through different bodies. And ultimately, one who is fortunate, one whose activities are good, he reaches to the level of a human. He gets a human body. To get a human body is I'm telling you, literally very, 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 very rare to get a human body. It's very rare. That's why it is said in the scriptures that Prahlad Maharaj, he says that Durlabham Manusham, the human form of life is very rare to get. So we should not misuse this human form of life, but rather we should use this to understand, to know what exactly is the purpose of life. Then the human form of life is, as I said in the starting, I said this inquiry power. The humans have this inquiry power, but that inquiry power is used only in the external objects, only in the external bodily related things. That same inquiry power we have to divert, we have to transform it to the what exactly is my real identity, what is the purpose of life.
Well,
There is
Guruji, while listening to you, I've gone to some kind of your higher self, and feeling like this, that I'm somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
Uh,
Somewhere else means?
I don't know. I was feeling some kind that I am some God's place or something like that.
Okay. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that why there are different species of life, as you see in the photo, there are different species. How one takes up these different species, Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita that whatever state of being one remembers and he quits his body, O son of Kundi, that state he will attain without fail. Any person while leaving his body, उनका चेतना क्या है, उनका माइंड में क्या चलता है, वही सिचुएशन, वही स्टेज वो चला जाता है, वही उधर ही चला जाता है. Suppose if someone is, as there are some different expressions there, someone is little dissatisfied or little angry, someone is trying to attack someone, someone is very angry showing his teeth, and someone is a bodybuilder, he want to kill someone, someone is scared, and someone is concentrating on his external beauty. So Krishna says that they will get such bodies. They will get such bodies. So the material world, as we see, it is controlled by the three modes. That is the mode of goodness, mode of passion, and the mode of ignorance. This is what the three modes that run the world. As you see the picture of Krishna here, down there are three personalities who are controlling the two people down. You see, one person is trying to beat or attack some other person, and this person is also trying to attack this person. So actually speaking, on the platform of soul, we don't hate anyone, we love everyone, because the soul is pure, there is no contamination in that. But why we develop hatred, why we develop anger, why we develop lust or greed, all these things, because we are under these modes. Because the soul, when it taken up this material body, that means it came to a conditioned state. It came to a conditioned state. Like, condition means, like, suppose there is a room. Right? You can keep it conditioned. Like, suppose if you put the AC, you can control the temperature. You are keeping it conditioned. That's why it is air conditioned. So similarly, we are in a room of material world. We are in a room of the Bhautik Sansar. So this Bhautik Sansar is conditioned by three things. That is a mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. These are the three things which control this world. For example, like Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, that Prakriti Kriyamanani Gunai Karmani Sarvasha Ahankara Vimudhatma Tarthahantina. That is, the spirit soul, bewildered by the influence of false ego, thinks himself the doer of activities that are in actuality carried out by the three modes of material. I give a simple example. Now I am speaking with you. Now the seminar is said that so and so Sachinandan Haridas is going to give this seminar. So I will think that I am speaking, I am giving this session. But how can I give the session without the laptop? Can I give a session without my laptop? No, I cannot give the session without the laptop, right? So I need some external agent to do my work. So that external agent which I am taking is actually this matter. The laptop is nothing but a matter, and matter is nothing but the material element, right? So without the use of the material element, I can't do something, right? But what I am thinking that I am doing. Now, without the power supply, without the proper functioning of the laptop, I cannot deliver a message, isn't it? So I need many things for my activities to go on nicely. So that's what Krishna is saying. Krishna is saying that we think that we are doing, but actually we are not doing. There is a three modes of the material nature, as you see here, the three modes of material nature. That is what actually it is making us do. Now, if everything is peaceful, I can give. But if there is some disturbance, suddenly there is some fire accident, we cannot give. I cannot deliver a message, isn't it? Now everything is peaceful, so we can speak now. But if there is some disturbance, we cannot give. So we are not independent. We are dependent on so many things. By the help of so many things, we are able to do our activities. So that's what Krishna is saying, that you're not doing actually. It is the material nature which is doing. So these three modes, Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. Sattva-guna is goodness, and the Rajoguna is passion, and the Tamoguna is ignorance. The qualities are mentioned. Those who are in Sattva-guna, the quality is they are full of knowledge. Who are in Sattva-guna? Those who maintain cleanliness, those who have good knowledge, those who are free from sinful activities, those who are having a sense of happiness. So they are in Sattva-guna. They are always joyful. They're always knowledge. They can give guidance. They can guide people. That needs a Sattva-guna. And Rajoguna is passion. Passion means they have unlimited desires to enjoy. And they have this mentality of the fruitive mentality. Kaam karo or mehnat karo or kamao or enjoy karo. Mehnat karo, kamao or enjoy. This kind of sense gratificatory thought. This is Rajoguna. You need a passion. Of course, to work, you need passion. But that passion also how we can direct towards the service of God. That is Krishna explained in Karma Yoga chapter. And attraction between man and woman, which is lust actually. Lust and greed. This is the result of Rajoguna. And we see how people are suffering in this world because of this lust and greed. It is said in Bhagavad Gita that lust, anger and greed, these are the three gates to hell. These are the three gates to hell. Lust, greed and anger. So those people who have Rajoguna nature, they have these symptoms. They are restless. Their mind is always agitated. They're not peaceful. They speak loudly. They disturb others. Rajoguna. They're not peaceful. Tamoguna is ignorance. Ignorance means they doesn't care what's happening in the around them. They doesn't care. They are just in their own world. Just like a person who drinks alcohol, he forgets what is there outside only. He is just in his own dreamy world. That is forgetfulness, madness, laziness, sleep, intoxication. This is actually Tamoguna. So every person in this world, they are under the influence of these three gunas. So the more we keep up in the Sattva Guna by reading wisdom literatures like Bhagavad Gita, by avoiding sinful activities, by developing a sense of happiness through spiritual activities, we come to this platform of Sattva Guna, wherein we can live peacefully and happy. Otherwise, those who are the Rajoguna and Tamoguna, when we come into that contact, the result is we become disturbed, we become agitated, we become the misery. The result is misery. The result is misery. So therefore, it is said in the scriptures, we should upgrade ourselves to Sattva Guna. Like what are the food that is in Sattva Guna? The fruits, the fresh vegetables, the milk, the sugar. These are the foods in the mood of Sattva Guna. Rajoguna means which are very spicy, very salty, lot of chili, lot of oily. This is Rajoguna. And you eat that, what happens? The result is you get some kind of bodily problem. Your stomach will burn. It is said that you see this lips. It is so soft. So it is said that the stomach is that much soft, and we are putting so much chili, so much oil, so much fried things. What happens to the stomach? That's why we see a lot of health issues, because people are eating anything and everything. Fast food, processed food, all those things. They're not eating fresh food. Tamaguna is rotten. Rotten means like alcohol, which is rotten. Alcohol, it is a rotten item. Meat, which is rotten meat. Some people, they prefer that. So that is tamaguna. That makes people to go more and more into lower grade. So already we are in lot of, we are already, the soul, which is our real identity, we are covered by this body. Already we are in a covering, we are in an illusion, thinking that we are this body. Over and above that, when we take up to this Rajoguna and Tamaguna activities, we come down to more and more lower stages of consciousness. So it's very difficult for them to elevate, to come to the pure platform. That's why the youth nowadays, those who are into drug addiction, the government is breaking their heads to make them free from drugs, drug addiction, de-addiction. A lot of de-addiction programs which go around. It's very difficult for them to make them free from drugs, because they become so low, they come to so low level that it's very difficult to come back to the original, normal or pure level. So it is said in scripture that as a humans, we should keep ourselves in Sattva-guna to make our life peaceful and happy. Then only we can, after that we can practice some spiritual life. Now, as I have told in the starting of the session, the humans are trying to solve the different problems in this world. Some health problem, or some, some technological upgradation, or anything. There are different kinds of problems which we face, and we want to solve this problem. But scripture says, what exactly is the problem? What is the definition of a problem? And some of you would like to, speak out what is the problem according to you. What does the problem means?
So in my point of view, the gap between the reality and the expectation.
The gap between the reality and the expectation, that is a problem.
There is the problem.
You expect something, but the reality is different.
Something different.
It's a problem. Yeah. Any other thoughts on this? What is the problem?
Am I audible?
Yeah, audible. Yeah.
Yeah. According to me, I think that
A little louder.
yeah. Just give me 2 minutes. I think there's some problem in my computer, so that's the reason I couldn't get to the full session.
अभी आ रहा है मैम, अभी मैम आवाज आ रहा है, अभी आ रहा है.
हाँ जी. So according to me, just like you expect something more than what you deserve. Like that sometimes people do realize that that you have not done all that good to the humanity, or good for the society, or good to for anything for that matter. But still people expect something more. अरे मैंने इतना किया, but मुझे इससे भी ज़्यादा मिलना चाहिए. So I feel that that sort of a gap which is building up, that could be a problem.
Yeah. Very nice.
May I add, please?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Problem is unsatisfaction.
No satisfaction.
No satisfaction means human mind is a restless bird. More it gets, more it wants, but
mind is always unsatisfied.
Yeah, unsatisfied.
99 things are perfect. One thing, there is some problem. Mind goes there. Yeah, isn't it? You go to some function. Some function you go, and after you come back, you share to your friend or some family member. Everything nice, but one thing, there was some. Everything is nice, but one thing. So the world is like that. World is, we cannot make 100% perfect. It's a material world. How much technology you may use and proper perfect system you put, it needs a maintenance, right? It needs a maintenance. Some screw or something will lose, and you need a maintenance for that. You need to again put it back. So this world is like that. So yeah, all of you gave wonderful answers. The scripture says that what is this problem? What actually is the problem of this world? The problem of this world is, the definition it gives is, it is common to all. It should be common to all. Your problem may not be problem for others. Isn't it? Suppose if someone has no job, unemployed, that is his problem. But those who have a job, it is not problem for them. They are getting money, they are happy. For him, unemployment is the problem. For him, within that employment, not getting salary, more salary is the problem. Yeah, he is not at all getting anything. That person is getting, let us say, 50,000, but he is thinking that I am not getting 1 lakh. That is his problem, isn't it? Of course, it is a problem, but as per the scriptures, a problem means it is common to everyone. It is problem to this fellow, it is problem to that fellow. And no one wants it. कोई चाहता नहीं, कोई नहीं चाहता. वो गरीब हो या अमीर हो या कोई भी हो, मेल हो या फीमेल हो या कोई भी हो, कोई नहीं चाहता है. No one wants it. The third is, no one can avoid it. Even though we don't want it, we cannot avoid it. वो आना ही पड़ेगा, वो आएगा ही है. No one can avoid it. Now, with these 3 hints, can you tell what? Can you give the example of a problem in this world? It's common to all. No one wants it. No one can avoid it. Yeah. Any answers?
Disease.
Very good. Diseases. It's common to all. No one wants diseases, isn't it? कोई चाहता है हमको कैंसर आना चाहिए, हमको कोरोना आना चाहिए, कोई चाहता है ना, कोई नहीं चाहता है. And we cannot avoid it. कैसा आता है हमको पता नहीं, वो आने के बाद पता चलता है. Yeah. What else?
Natural
Money,
disasters.
Money.
Natural disasters. For example,
Natural
earthquakes,
disasters. Yeah, natural disasters.
earthquakes, or
Earthquakes.
floods. Yes.
Yes, very good.
Money.
Money. Money. How it is money?
Common to all, no one wants it. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है, बराबर. Sorry.
ऐसा तो कोई नहीं.
नहीं, everybody wants it.
Yeah. So I'll tell you.
Okay.
So common to all. Birth is a problem. We celebrate happy birthday, we become very happy. But birth is a problem. Why birth is a problem? I'll tell you. Yeah. Is some of you would like to tell why birth is a problem? Any of you would like to tell? Why birth is a problem?
Someone want male or the female baby
No, birth is a problem for him, that boy.
Because the person cannot choose which family he or she wants to go.
Yeah. Okay.
That is one, because we don't have any choice here. As you mentioned that it is decided something by our karmas, right? So we might want to get a better life, but we cannot have an option of choosing here. So that itself can be a big problem.
Okay, very good answer. So
We have to face through karma. We have to go through what karma has to.
Yeah, because of birth only we have to suffer other things, whether it is diseases or whatever problems in this world, because the birth is the starting. The birth is the starting of those problems. But birth itself is also a problem. Why? Because as per, we all know that a human has to be there 9 months in the womb of a mother. Yeah, 9 months. Now you just imagine inside the womb there is no light. There is no, the boy cannot move. He cannot, like right now we can move, we can run, we can sit, we can move our hands, legs. But the child in the womb, he cannot move, he cannot make any adjustments. And moreover, the child in the womb is like, the legs are up and the head is down. He's like inverted position. Now just imagine if we ourselves are in that position for just 5 minutes. Just imagine what will be our situation. So like this boy has to be there, the child has to be there for 9 months in an inverted position. He cannot move his hands, he cannot move his legs, he cannot express his problem. and then he cannot open his eyes. He cannot open his eyes. Everywhere it is darkness, and it is compact. It is compact. Moreover than that, in the womb of a mother, he is. If the mother eats some chili items or some salty items, that mixes with the blood, and then that touches this soft body of the child, then what happens? His body burns, and he is feeling terrible pain, and he cannot express. He cannot express that. And like this, he has to continue for 9 months. 9 months he has to continue. And it is also, the doctors say that there are some little insects in the womb. They also try to pinch the body, and he feels pain and he cannot express that. There is no solution for it. That's why birth is a problem. Birth is a problem. And what is the, you may think that, oh, how do you know that child is feeling painful inside? The result is, as soon as the child comes outside, what is the first thing that he does?
Cry.
Cry.
Yeah.
Suppose you come out of a room crying, what does that mean? Inside what happened? Someone
Problem.
slapped you, or someone insulted you, something happened. That's why you're coming out crying. अपना जो जन्म है starting ही हुआ है रोना से. Our life started with cry. God is telling us that your life started with cry. That means understand how your life is going to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I just have a small doubt over here. Can I just ask you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're going to see, according to science and the doctors, like it is said that the child feels very secure inside the mother's womb. And that is the reason when the child comes out of the womb, the child is feeling very insecure, and that's the reason the child starts crying. So now over here, I mean, you are saying it, the other way. So I just would like to know what exactly, how do you relate this?
No, that is also true. The child is feeling secure. That is, the child is protected in the womb. That is so true. But on the other hand, you see the physical situation of the boy, of the child. You see the physical. You understand in this angle also. You, at our position, we cannot live like that, right? At our position, we cannot live in that compact position without light, without expressing our. We need someone to express. But 9 months he is there like that. So you see that angle. That's what's there in the scriptures also. So, so that's why birth is a problem. Birth is a problem. And then second problem is, scripture says that old age. We cannot avoid old age, right? It is common to all. Everyone who lives for at least 70, 80 years, they have to become old. And once we become old, the teeth are lost, the eyes become less powerful, and the ears, the power of hearing is decreased, the skin, the beauty is lost, the hair is, all the bodily parts, they fail slowly. And who likes old age? Who likes old age? Even nowadays, the own son puts the parents in the old age home. They don't want to serve their parents. They put in the old age home. And old age is such a situation that he has to pass urine, he has to pass stool, everything on one place. Who is ready to clean the urine, the stool? Everyone lifts up their hand. The old age is very painful. You ask the old people, they're just waiting when to die. They're just waiting when to give up their body. It's so painful. So old age, it is common to all. No one wants old age. No one wants to become old. As soon as you see a white hair, you just pluck it out, isn't it? Especially women. As soon as they see a white hair, they just pluck it out. And men, if they see some white hair, they just put some color. I don't want to show to the people that, I don't want people to know that I am becoming old. No. And we try to apply some cosmetics and this and that. We want to keep up our beauty. No, we don't want to become old, isn't it? So the old age is it's common to all. No one wants it, and no one can avoid it. No one can avoid it. Even the most beautiful hero or heroine, they become old. The third problem is disease. We can't stop disease. Everyone has to face some kinds of disease, at least fever or headache or some kind of disease we have to face. Everyone has some bodily problem, some joint problem or knee problem or nerve. nervous problem or back pain or neck pain, any kind of, we all have some kinds of diseases, right? It's a common to all. Everyone has to face this. No one wants diseases. Yeah, we don't want any disease. Like right now, Corona is. We don't want any kind of virus. We want to be healthy. And the fourth one is that he may be most powerful person in this planet, still he has to one day give up the body. So these are the actual problems of life. These are the actual problems: birth, old age, disease, and death. Krishna says that one who knows that these are actually the problems of life, he is the person who is really in knowledge. And because when you know the problems of life, you can solve those problems. You can work out your life to solve those problems. Right now, we are solving problems. We are trying to solve our daily, how to keep up our life, how to, our daily, our household activities. We need to run our life. So we need some money. So we are trying to solve the problems of life, external problems. That is on one hand. But the ultimate problem, the real problems, suppose you don't have money, you don't have a home. You work, you get money, and you got a new home. Your problem is solved. But the real problem, that is a temporary problem. But these are the real problems. The real problems are birth, old age, disease, and death. Is there any vaccine for death? Any scientist had created any vaccine for death? They created vaccine for corona, but did they made any vaccine for death? Is there any medicine? ऐसा एक गोली है, आप लेंगे तो आपको मृत्यु नहीं आएगा, ऐसा कोई है? ऐसा कुछ है ही नहीं. So these four things everyone has to follow. Now the real question comes: why I have to go through all these stages? Why I have to take birth? Why there is old age? Why I get diseases? Why I become old? Why? What is the reason? And why I have to die? I don't want to die, but why I have to die? Why I am forced to die? Is it such a way that I am forced to die? I don't want to die. So the intelligent person, the human means, he inquires that why this is happening to me. That's why in scriptures it is said that Athato Brahma Jignasa. Now, because you got the human form of life, it is the time to inquire about the absolute truth. It is the time to inquire about the absolute truth. What is absolute truth? Absolute truth means what is the actual reality? What is the ultimate truth? That's actually God. The technical term for God is absolute truth. So what is the highest, what is the highest truth? What is God? So there are two truths. One is absolute truth and one is relative truth. For example, you take an apple. You say that is an apple, that is a truth. Yeah. But it is a relative truth because before that apple was produced, it was where it was. It was somewhere in the elemental form. It was somewhere in the tree in the elemental form. Now after this apple, let's just keep the apple for some days, it becomes decomposed. It merges into the earth. So where is that apple had gone? Before this apple was born, there was no that shape, that apple was, we don't call that as apple. And once it is decomposed or you eat and that turns into a waste material, there is no that apple that you don't call that as apple. You call that as some waste material from the body. So where is that apple gone? The existence of the apple is lost. So that is called relative truth. That means you're telling apple, the truth is relative, it is time bound. But absolute truth is something even in the past, currently, and in the future. It is the same thing. That is the absolute truth, and that is God. That is the absolute truth. So the scripture says that Vedanta Sutra, the first aphorism, it says Athado Brahma Jignasa. Inquire about the absolute truth. Because you got the human form of life, you are eligible, you are qualified to inquire about that. So what is absolute truth and relative truth? I explained. So this absolute truth, that is the supreme God, is understood or attained in the 4 ages by the 4 different processes. As we all know, right now the Kali Yuga is going on. So there are 4 yugas called Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. And every yuga has a process of attaining this self-realization, coming to the highest spiritual platform. That is, in the Satya Yuga, people would use, the lifetime was 1 lakh years. The process mentioned was meditation on Vishnu. In Treta Yuga, the process mentioned was performing yajnas, sacrifices. In Dwapar Yuga, it is the deity worship, Bhagavan ka puja, aradhana. And in Kali Yuga, that time is very short for us. Just 50, 60 years we live. And right now, though, as you know, the pandemic, how it is going on, 30, 40 years of people are dying. It's a very short time. So the scriptures mention that within this short time, how you can get the ultimate, how you can reach to the ultimate destination. The scripture says that one has to chant the holy names of the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And all the scriptures speak about this. It said in the Vedas that iti shodashakam namnam kali kalmashnashna nata paratara paya sarva vedeshu. The 16 words. The shodashakam means 16 words. This 16-word mantra is especially meant for counteracting the contaminations of Kali. To save oneself from the contamination of Kali, there is no alternative in all the Vedas except the chanting of these 16 words. Especially in this age of Kali, the process that is mentioned is to chant the holy names of Lord Krishna. This is the way that we can remove the contaminations from the heart: lust, greed, anger, pride, envy, illusion, tension, anxiety, restlessness, stress, whatever negativity, whatever it is there. We can remove everything of this by taking the chanting of these holy names of the Lord. And this is so pure, this is so powerful that by chanting these names, people had transformed, even though how sinful or how bad or how impure they may be, or how much problems they may be facing mentally. All those problems they could solve just by sincerely chanting this mantra. So we, the devotees at ISKCON, we follow this principle of chanting the holy names. Whenever you come to ISKCON temple, you see devotees always chanting. They take mridanga, they take kartal, and they do kirtan, they do japa, because it is mentioned in the scriptures. This is what the people of Kali Yuga has to do. Every yuga, the scriptures mention different processes. So for Kali Yuga, it is said that we have to take the names, the holy names. And you can see that in our country, there are so many great saints who just came in the past hundreds of years to spread the names of God. Best example on the Maharashtra, you see Sant Tukaram, Sant Namdev, Sant Eknath, Sant Janeshwar. And you see Sant Tukaram, how many lakhs of abhangas he wrote. If any of you from Maharashtra, you know how many lakhs of abhangas there is in his birthplace called Dehu. There is a big building only that is called Gada Bhavan or something, where there are all these abhangas are kept in it. And what is there? You see the teachings of Sant Tukaram. He just completely glorifies the holy names of Lord Vittala. This is actually the essence, to connect ourselves with the Supreme God. And that is actually where our happiness is. They're trying to get happiness from external things, but that is temporary. That's going to end. But the real happiness, real pleasure is by connecting ourselves with the Supreme, by chanting His holy names. And every area in our country, every locale, every region has there's such saints. Even in South India, there are a lot of saints. North India, there are a lot. Mirabai, who is very famous, who was very famous as a devotee of Lord Krishna, always singing. So like that, there are so many acharyas who came to teach this principle of the scriptures. So I would like to end here. This is what.
So I have a small question. Can I ask?
Yeah, please. Now it is a question time.
Okay, so as we say, this is Kali Yuga, and you have very rightly mentioned that we need to chant lot of mantras, right? So
Not lot of mantras, only one mantra.
Okay, so like I have seen people like for Lord Vishnu, Goddess Durga, they call it like Shiv Shakti as one of the combination, and they have different versions of just chanting their mantras, right? So what do you suggest that just by chanting one mantra, do we do justice to each and every single deity?
So let us go to the same source, the Vedas, the Vedic literature written by the Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva is the person who wrote the Vedas, Puranas, Itihasas, Vedangas, Upavedas, all this. The same personality Vyasadeva, what he recommends, that's what we need to see. Of course, there are so many scriptures glorifying a particular demigod. That is there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, why there are? It is actually completely a different topic. Why there are so many gods in our Vedic culture? Why not only one God? Like Muslims have, they say only Allah. Jesus,
Right.
Christians say only, God. They say Jesus Christ. Also, so why we are so confused? It's like a supermarket having so many gods whom to choose. People sometimes they say like this. It is because it is actually a completely different topic, but I will tell in a brief. That the like let us say the Prime Minister of India, he needs different cabinet ministers to run his government, right? He cannot run alone
Right.
because he is very powerful. If the time comes, he can take up any other department and he can run it. Like sometimes the Prime Minister also runs as a defense minister, or he can take up some other departments also, but he distributes it to different cabinet ministers, and then they head that so and so department. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, when he created this world, he made a he made a structure, he made a system, and he assigned a different one personality to one department. Like there is a person who gives rains, that is Indra. There is a person who gives fire, that is Agni. There is a person who controls actually, who takes care of the department, that is air, Vayu, and Shiva, who does annihilation, Brahma, who creates. So like that, the Supreme God has kept different head of the departments to run his universal management.
Okay.
And you see the scriptures like Bhagavatam and all these devatas, whenever they get some problem, they go to Vishnu and they pray. We are having so and so problem, please save us. Headed by Brahma. We are having so and so problem, please save us. And Vishnu has to take some different avatara and come down and save the people from Rakshasas.
True.
This is what we see. And the same Vyasadeva recommends, the same Vyasadeva who wrote all the scriptures, he recommends, he writes in the Bhagavatam that Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranamo Dukkana Samanas Tam Namami Harim Param. Just by chanting the holy name of the Lord, we can take out all the misery, all the stress, all the anxiety, whatever sinful reactions we have, we can take it out just by offering pranam to Lord Krishna. Pranamo dukkha shamanas. We can remove our misery just by offering pranam and chanting his name. So we should see that same person who wrote all these things, what he is recommending finally. And if you see different scriptures, there are different personalities glorified. Like if you see Shiva Puran, Shiva is glorified. Devi Puran, Devi is glorified. Every personality is glorified because they are taking care of so and so department. Like if in a village, the people of the village, for them the Sarpanch is great. They are not worried about who is MLA, who is Prime Minister, or whatsoever. For them, Sarpanch is like Salam, isn't it? Those who are in the city, they don't go for Sarpanch. They go to some MLA or MP or so. For them, Sarpanch is not something high. For them, MLA or MP is the high. But someone who is much higher than that, for him, Chief Minister may be a direct supreme, a direct authority. And for one who is much higher than that, he can have a direct connection with the Prime Minister also. He doesn't care for Sarpanch. Yeah. So for people who are at different levels, different, as I said, 4 lakhs different types of humans are there, species. So everyone are at different level. Their consciousness is at different level. So they are attracted to so and so personality, so and so God, so that they can worship and get the benefits. It is there according to the level of consciousness. They worship particular God to get the benefits. But we should understand that all these devatas, they themselves are the devotees of Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Yes.
Hello. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Actually, I'm Sasank calling. So, Prabhuji, where I can get the chanting box? Actually, I am requiring from 4 to 5 years. Yeah, I'm not getting any
beats.
Chanting box. Chanting bag.
Chanting bag. Okay. So, Akash
Actually, I'm not getting any association, or I'm not able to join with anyone else.
No worries, we'll help you. You can give your contact details to Akash. Through Akash, I will arrange to you.
Sure.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, so any other questions?
Prabhuji, someone has said that Atma cannot be created or cannot be destroyed. Then how come this billions and billions of population is increasing and there are so many Atmas in that population.
Yeah. So there are. It is not just this planet. There are hundreds and lakhs of planets like Earth where there are hundreds and crores of uncountable living entities are there. And not only that, like there are so many ants, so many insects, so many virus, bacteria we can't see. So they are all upgrading. They're all upgrading, and they get a human life. Humans, we say 700 crores of people, and it is nothing. It is nothing in front of when you compare to other living entities. When you see ants, mosquitoes, you see crores and crores. Like just few days back, I was seeing that this what do you call that? Some kind of insect which are coming from northern from the Iran, Iraq side. They are coming and entering into Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. They eat the plants. They eat the crops.
Crop.
I forgot that name.
TD.
TD. You see that video. Crores and lakhs and crores of these TDs. We never saw that. Right? Suddenly in the video we saw that. So that is how we don't know that there are so many living entities.
Why they are converted into human beings?
So it is upgradation, no? Like 84 lakh species. When a living entity completes that life in that body, he goes to the next higher body. Then he keeps on upgrading. That's why if you kill any animal, like suppose you kill a goat, that means you are obstructing its life cycle. You are obstructing its upgradation. मतलब आप उसको रोक रहे हैं. उसका जो प्रगति है आप उसको रोक रहे हो, उसको काट रहे हो.
And then why people die in the accident and not by natural death?
Why people die in the accident? Why not?
Natural death.
Why not natural death? It is because one thing is it is the karma that we need to understand, and the second thing is these are the humans' mistakes. Like previously there were no accidents, right? There were bullock carts and people used to walk or use bullock carts or horse. We don't see in any story one chariot coming, other chariot coming, hitting each other and dying on the on the spot. We don't see such accidents. These are the human errors. It's because of the humans' mistakes.
Okay.
Any other questions? So, yeah, we'll end here.
Yes, great, Prabhuji. Thank you for this knowledge. Actually, हम आज
thank you for arranging this. Thank you very much.
तो आज हम जाने कि हम क्या है, हम खुद को पहचानना सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है, वो हम जाने प्रभु जी से, फिर हम जाने कि हम कौन है.
So all these things are explained in Bhagavad Gita very nicely. So it's my humble request that you please read this copy of Bhagavad Gita as it is, which is very authorized and bona fide from ISKCON society. Of course, there are hundreds and different variations of Bhagavad Gita, but not all Bhagavad Gita is bona fide, even though shlokas are the same, but the commentaries are very much deviating. So I would recommend that you read a very proper bona fide authoritative edition of Gita, that is Bhagavad Gita as it is from ISKCON. It is the knowledge is coming from Parampara, in the Guru Shishya Parampara, directly from Lord Krishna, starting from Lord Krishna. And so if you want a copy of Gita also, you can contact us. We will provide you. Yeah.
Do we have that copy available online, like a e-audio?
Yeah, we have that copy available online also.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So I'll just end here. Just telling you all about our daily short program, wherein this program is actually for the youth, which I take every day, 8 p.m. to 8:20 p.m. I take a session called Wow, Words of Wisdom. So I take very important slokas from Bhagavad Gita, and I discuss for 20 minutes. I recite the verse, read the purport, and discuss for 20 minutes, explaining the applications in the life. So I conduct this in the Zoom. This is especially for the boys, for the youth. Whereas for general, for anyone can join this session, which is taken by Narottam Priyadas. It is at 9 p.m. It is done on a free conference call application. The meeting ID is NPDAS. So if you want, you can take a screenshot of this. You can connect every day to Bhagavad Gita. They recite the whole chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Sanskrit verses, and read one shloka and its meaning. So in this way, you connect to Gita every day. Because every day we are so busy that it's very difficult to take out time, as you all are into business, and it's very busy life to live. So in the night time, before going to sleep, it's a good time that you can connect to Gita through online platform. And if any of you have some youth students working also below 30 years, they can connect to this program 108 words of wisdom, which I type. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Hare
Hare Krishna. And I request everyone, please start your video for 1 minute. We will capture some photos for our memory. And I thank you once again, Sachinandan, Hari Prabhu. Thank you for this session. And thank you all participants for joining. Okay, great. We will capture some photos. If anyone can capture photos in laptop, that also good. You can capture.
Akash, I'm so sorry, not able to on my video. I'm joining from mobile. There is some issue here.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rajat sir is also there. रजत सर हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट थे टीटीटी ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम के, और वो भी इस्कॉन से जुड़े हैं. उन्होंने एक बार कहा था. तो आई रिक्वेस्ट इफ रजत सर कैन share feedback regarding that, if possible, till we capture some photos.
Yeah, it is a very good session. What is our objective of life? We have to coming out from the birth, and then old age, then diseases, suffering, and death. Ultimate, this cycle is going on. According to your punya karma, you have to gradually increase your spiritual life. That means if you are conscious on Krishna, that is Krishna consciousness. Krishna is God, and that one mantra, that Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That you have to chant. Then gradually you can go towards that spiritual life. And every day, whatever you are doing, you should do that good karma, and that should be devoted to the Lord Krishna. Either prayer or either love God through giving some foods to him, or you can do some activity for this Krishna movement, that is Krishna consciousness. Then it will be good for your next life. Maybe then you will be in next life you will be get less suffering. In that way, in terms of all aspects, maybe in terms of financial, in terms of happiness, in terms of all good activities, and all other things, whatever, going towards that spiritual life to Krishna's kingdom. That is the
very nice
aspect. Yeah, Prabhuji, my whatever I said, I think that is correct. Hello?
Yeah, it's absolutely true. What you said is
yeah,
very
that
nice
is our
realization.
life ultimate goal.
Shared it.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Rajat,
Prabhuji,
for sharing that. Yeah, thank you.
Great.
So thank you once again. आज थोड़ा हम ज़्यादा एक्सटेंड किए, पर उसमें भी आपने सभी को, मतलब आप सभी ने साथ दिया, उसके लिए थैंक यू. फिर मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट फ्राइडे नए टॉपिक के साथ. अगर यहाँ पे अनुपमा मैम है तो ओके, अनुपमा मैम इज देयर, तो वो सेशन लेंगे लीडरशिप विजडम फ्रॉम गीता. तो हम फिर से गीता पे ही सीखने वाले हैं कि लीडरशिप स्किल्स हम सीखेंगे. तो फिर मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट फ्राइडे. तब तक के लिए टेक केयर, ग्रेट डे. हरे कृष्ण.
Thank you. Thank
Hare
you, Akash.
Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, and thank you to
Prabhuji.
all participants.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji, and thank you, Akashi. Akashi, you are doing wonderful. You are arranging such a good, fantastic sessions
Thank
for us, and we are actually, our wisdom, full of wisdom. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.